All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. Be ready for some high-speed action tonight. Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to Watkins Glen International. This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. Sim Racing Mania heads to Watkins Glen to kick off the season in the IndyCar American Grand Tour. It's race number 1 of an 8-race season. 4 road courses, 4 ovals, starting it off at Watkins Glen in style. 60-minute race headed your way tonight. It'll be fast and furious here in the IndyCars. Hang on, boys and girls, it's live right here on TurnLeftTV. Ain't no fenders on these cars. This is open wheel action. Very, very high speed. It's going to be a great race tonight. Thanks so much for joining us. Let's get it on, boys and girls. All right, thanks so much for coming in. This is Heath Johnson, TurnLeftTV. Got a great race here for you tonight. Here in the IndyCars, Sim Racing Mania style. Finished up the qualification session. See, Colin Mediak is the top time, 121.481. Thomas Golab second on the grid. Lorenzo Capolini third. Riccardo Morelli fourth. Michael Brooks is fifth. Starting in sixth, Giacomo Lapadula. Paul Holt is seventh. P8 is Andrew Holm. P9 is Rory Martin. And Tony Jansen rounding out the top 10. We'll take a look at the race schedule here in the IndyCar GT season. Watkins Glen starting it off. All the road courses are going to be 60-minute races, and then the ovals will be lapped races. Second race of the season will be at Michigan. Man, you're going to see 3 wide there, I think a lot. That's going to be a great, great race coming up next week. Road America, very classic road course. 60-minute race there on June the 2nd. Then back to an oval, Texas, another one that's going to be very, very cool to see. The IndyCars are just absolutely great at Road America. At Texas and Road America. Daytona road course coming up on June the 16th, followed by Pocono. That's the question mark, I think, on a lot of guys on their plates is, how is this car going to behave at Pocono? How's the racing going to be at Pocono? A very unique oval. We're really going to call that a triangle. So a 3-turn course should be an interesting one coming up on June the 23rd. Montreal, very, very challenging road course. City circuit there, a little street circuit action on June the 30th. And then finishing out the season at Indianapolis Motor Speedway for a 500-mile race, the Indy 500 on July the 7th. Already getting some chatters in here, man. Apex modding team. Valerio in here as well. How about that, man? That guy's some sim racing royalty right there. Forever Westlife coming in here too. So good luck to those of you who are in the race tonight. And Apex, great job. Apex modding team, great job on doing this this mod. It's fantastic. Great stuff. take a look at the track here at Watkins Glen. We call this configuration the boot. If you look down there in that lower right, that's the boot. So at the top of the boot, you can ignore that. That's another configuration right there. But nonetheless, this version is 5.4 kilometers, 3.4 miles, 11 turns. And this track is located in Watkins Glen, New York. So we got about 6.5 minutes or so left here in the warm-up session, and then we're going to get her going. Thanks so much for coming in and checking out TurnLeftTV. You know, one thing I'm going to point out here that these guys have done, and we'll go back to this cockpit view, is if you look over on the on the left side, right down on the left side, right there by his glove, you'll see track map. Isn't that kind of cool? I think they've done that for each and every track. It shows a little track map right there. I might be wrong, and Apex will definitely let me know if I'm wrong about that, but that's something I noticed. Hey, don't forget to come up tomorrow night. We got Bristol Motor Speedway in the Ironman Racing Series. Race number 5 in that second season of 2020. 157 laps from that short, high-bank concrete oval. Some stock car action coming up to you tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on TurnLeftTV. Joost van der Steren join us in the chat as well. Good to see Joost out here, or in the chat. Wish he was out on the track right now. I want to thank you all for coming in to checking out TurnLeftTV. Greatly appreciate you being here. I want to say peace to everybody. Hope everybody's behaving and not getting on your relatives' nerves too much. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, I encourage you to do so. Just give it a little love tap there and hit that subscribe button. You can also share my videos with all your friends. Any social media platform you can share YouTube videos. Please, by all means, share my videos. If you'd like to make a donation to TurnLeftTV, you can go right up there in the link in the description or in the banner of the channel and make a donation. So again, thanks so much for coming in and greatly appreciate everybody being here. You can hit that thumbs up button. Now that we know the ugly cam's working. We got some folks in here from Spain as well. Cool. Love that. Hola. ¿Qué tal? Get another look at this. Thomas did this graphic here, just taking a look at the schedule. All qualifications will be private instead of having everybody out there at one time. Private qualifications, 10 minutes for the ovals, 15 minutes for the road courses, 60-minute race lengths for the road courses, and then the ovals will be 200 miles, except for Indianapolis, it'll be 500 miles. So there you see the schedule for this season. Got a couple minutes left here in the warm-up session. So I'm getting word that they'll do a rolling start, and they're actually going to start accelerating, I believe, in turn 6. How they're going to deal with this. A little bit different in sim racing, really. Kind of try to get around side by side on these road courses to get yourself down to start the race on the front stretch. Sometimes guys get damaged and so forth. So, good way to sort of alleviate that. Definitely think the side-by-side's working here now, so that's good. Already got the tower switched over, so apologize for that. But thanks so much for coming in. And also, you can support TurnLeftTV by follow me on Facebook at TurnLeftTV1, Twitter at TurnLeftTV. There are my 2 Discord addresses. If you'd like to contact me on Discord, want to have a chat about racing, cool, man. Also, down in the description of this race is a link to the Fanatec website. It says, help me out. Definitely go give those guys a visit. Follow that link. And if you're interested in purchasing some racing equipment, if you're in the market, to give those guys a look. And if you decide to purchase some Fanatec stuff, please follow that link. Well, you can follow the drink. You can follow the drink, too, if you'd like. Speaking of that, cheers. We get a little coffee here, a little cafe. It's a little too early for me to do beer. Yeah, so follow that link there if you're interested in purchasing some racing equipment. I greatly appreciate that. Thanks to all those folks that go out and check the Fanatec website out. Looks like Colin is the top time here in the warm-up session, so that guy's looking lightning fast. Going to start on the pole here. We're getting ready to go. Make this happen, boys and girls. So a 60-minute race from Watkins Glen. This is going to be crazy. So you're looking at times, qualification times in the mid 121 range.
All non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
Looks like Colin is going to be our pole sitter here. Need to get all the way down to that other end of the grid, don't we? Colin Madiak is the pole sitter. Thomas Golab has qualified in the 2nd position. Ricardo Morelli starts in 3rd. Michael Brooks going to start P4. P5. Michael Brooks is P5. Giacomo Lapadula is P6. P7, Paul Holt. P8, Andrew Holm. Rory Martin starts P9. Tony Jansen, P10. Looks like Colin had missed the grid there for some reason. So Colin's back in the garage. I'm not sure what's happened to him, whether he's lost his connection or what. But it's like he got DQ'd. So Colin looked like he got DQ'd, so it looks like they're going to, I think he started rolling a little bit too early. You gotta chill. As we used to say back in the day, take a chill pill. You'll get going. There he is. Right there. He's got some Buckeyes on his, I think he's from Ohio, if I remember talking to him about this. So Colin starting in P1. That number 13 car. Nice looking machine there. Thomas Golab P2, wherever the heck he is right now. There we go. We're going to start going, I think, here with Colin. Lorenzo Capellini P3, Riccardo Morelli P4, Michael Brooks P5, Giacomo Lapadula P6, Paul Holt is P7. So these guys have not actually started. They're going to go around to turn 6, I believe, and then that's when they'll get the put the throttle down. All right, it's a 60-minute race here. Should be a great one. My dog's excited. She's barking. Thomas Golab second on the grid. Lorenzo Capellini third. Ricardo Morelli fourth. Michael Brooks fifth. Guys are allowed to warm up their tires there, so they're doing single file, and then we'll double file at turn 6. Again, thanks so much for coming in. Should be a great one tonight. So Watkins Glen, a lot of fun, man. I know the stock cars run here. I've even had some GT3 cars out on this track, and I really like it. I enjoy this track. It's not really a technical track. Here they are, double file. Here we go. Colin Mediak starting on the pole there on that left side. Valerio says, go, go, go. So double file till they get around, I guess. That's what they're doing, double file at turn 6. All right, here we go. Off the green. Colin gets a great start. Colin Mediak gets a great start. And we've got some carnage already, I believe. Saw some guys getting together there, so it looks like some guys had gotten together there on that start. Thomas Golab shown in the second position. See on board here with Thomas Golab running in the second spot. Colin Mediak, our race leader as they come by. Oh, we got cars airborne right there. We got a car airborne. Oh my gosh. Oh boy, that is gonna hurt. It's better to slow down. Somebody trying to get through that. Oh, a lot of carnage right there. There are parts and pieces everywhere. I don't know what happened that. Colin got caught up in that as well. We'll see what happened here. This is Max Focarelli. He gets a little bit loose. He spins. He catches that thing, and then, oh man, almost some contact there with Rosa gets at him, and then he ends up going airborne. He's flying. Like Luke Holm had, he got in the back of Max Focarelli. Trying to get that car back out on track, and then there was that contact. You see he is, that is Zerbato. Zerbato caught in that, and man, he is in a world of hurt. Let's go on board here with Fabio Zerbato. So he's avoided that. He did a great job there, but there's going to be contact here, and then straight into the wall. He got hooked, I think. That is a lot of pain. Colin Maniac, the race leader. So we've had 4 guys got caught up in that. That was a mess. That was a mess here. Lorenzo Capellini shown in the 3rd position. That was carnage. Absolute carnage. We'll see here. This is going to collect more drivers here. Just take a look at that. Seth Sinfer gets caught in that. Andrew Holm caught in that. And then this is just a parking lot. This is just a parking lot right here. Guys trying to squeeze through, and it just keeps getting worse right there. Collected a lot of guys. That was a shame. So a lot of guys on pit lane taking service. The thing about it is this stuff happens so fast at this track. Michael Brooks shown in the 4th position right now. He's been doing a lot of practice laps here, so I'd expect a very, very solid finish from him. Giacomo Lapadula running in the 5th position. 6th position, get a good battle here. Rory Cameron running in 6th. David DiPoli running right behind him in 7th. Ricardo Morelli running in the 8th position. Take a look at the Ricardo Morelli here as he's running in 8th. Good tight battle here with these guys. Guys trying to squeeze through there. A little bit of a lap traffic lap car. Gross running in the 14th position. Those guys getting around. Good side-by-side action here into the turn. David DiPoli trying to make a pass, not able to pull that off. Squid Flipper says, is there any way of getting involved in this now that it started? The answer is yes. There's Sim Racing Mania on Discord. Or you can contact me on Discord at one of the addresses that I posted earlier. So Squid Flipper. Looks fun. Hopefully you got a rFactor 2. Now Ricardo Morelli on pit lane here, so he's had some he's had an incident, and he's coming down pit lane here. Take a look at Richard Brooks running in the 9th position. Always has that paint scheme. That same theme there. Take a look at Tony Jansen. Tony Jansen running in the 10th spot. Jordan Swartz now in P11. Looks like he might be missing his front wing here, so he's probably going to have to come down pit lane and get some service done on that machine. Our race leader is Colin Maniac. Thomas Golam indicating he might have come around here, coming down into turn 1. A little bit hot. He gets into that overrun area and then tries to catch the car, spins, and maybe takes a little bit of, maybe a little contact with the wall, but looks like he's back out. Oh, he spins around again. So Thomas Golam having some issues here. Lorenzo Capellini had gotten by. On board here with Lorenzo Capellini. You see Thomas Golam spinning right there. Lorenzo Capellini sneaking by. Thomas Golam has lost a ton of positions. Tony Jansen continuing to move forward here as David DiPoli comes down pit lane. Tony Jansen now up to the 9th position. Colin Maniac here leading the field. Oh, no, Colin Maniac! Oh, he spins. Our race leader has spun. Colin Maniac has spun. Hard contact with the wall, the right side wall, and that thing is leaving parts and pieces all over the place right now. Colin Madiak had some problems. He got loose coming around that turn. He got the tires on that curb. We'll take a look at this again. He gets the tires right here on the curb, no grip, and this thing's coming around on him, and he does hard contact in the inside wall, and that thing just comes apart. Absolutely comes apart, so he is going to get some service done on that machine. What a tough break there for him. Ernest Moroz here running in the 13th position, now in 12th. See Tony Jansen right there with him. Tony Jansen. Tony Jansen is up to the 7th spot. We're back up here with our race leader. You see now Colin comes back out on track. Lorenzo Capellini is the race leader. Michael Brooks shown in 2nd. Giacomo Lapadula is 3rd. Rory Martin shown in 4th. Paul Holt is 5th. And once the tires start checking out here a little bit on you, it gets tough to handle. Around that final turn right there of Lorenzo Capellini. Side-by-side view down to that low right frame. We got taking a look at Riccardo Morelli. He is running in the 8th position. Colin Madiak has now rejoined the race. He is shown in 9th. David DePoli rounding out the top 10. So our race leader, Lorenzo Capellini, has about a 4-second lead over the 2nd place car, Michael Brooks. Take a look at Lorenzo Finetto. Lorenzo right now running in the 12th position. He is currently 1 lap down. So Lorenzo Capellini has at least avoided the carnage so far. Michael Brooks 2nd, Giacomo Lapadula 3rd, Rory Cameron Martin shown in 4th, Paul Holt 5th. Thomas Golab has recovered here a little bit, gotten some repairs done to that machine, shown in the 6th position. Tony Jansen is in 7th. I tell you what, man, that battle there heating up for the 9th position. This is 8th position. This is Riccardo Morelli. Just behind him is Colin Madiak here trying to recover after taking service. So the good tight battle here for the 8th spot. Riccardo Morelli in 8th. Madiak here trying to recover after having an incident. On board there with him. Hopefully we get we're getting a little bit of a connection issue there, it looked like. Maybe a little bit of a connection issue. I don't know if that was me. Could have been. I don't think so, but it could have been. The second computer, a little bit of a connection issue. It looks like I'm all right now. So Lorenzo Capellini, the race leader. Michael Brooks, 2nd. Giacomo Lapadula is 3rd. Rory Martin still running in that 4th position. Paul Holt is running in 5th. Take a look at Paul Holt here. He is all over the back. Rory Cameron, and looks like Paul Holt is going to try to take that spot, but no, side by side there through the turn. Rory holding on to that spot. Good battle right there. Paul Holt backs off, did not have the preferred line and wasn't able to pull off that pass, so he is working on the back of Rory Cameron. Thomas Golab running in the 6th position, so we've got 4, 5, 6 right here all together within a stone's throw of each other. Rocco asking where Dino is. Dino as DNF'd. He finished in the 20th position. Oh, some locking up of the tires there. Rory might have locked up his tires there going into that turn. Rory Cameron had gotten around Paul Holt. Actually, it looked like Rory Cameron had made this pass on Paul Holt. This is that pass. On the inside, Thomas Golab here now working on Paul Holt. On the inside line, looks like Thomas Golab's going to pull off that pass, so now moves up to the 5th position. Paul Holt, oh, he had a little trouble there. Little trouble. How in the world did he catch that? How in the world did he catch that? We'll take a look here at Paul Holt coming around after this pass. So Thomas Golab ends up making a pass, and then Paul Holt, what a heads-up move of catching that thing. My heavens, man. David DePoli here in this action as well. Now David DePoli is shown in the 10th position. Take a look at David DePoli. He got around, but not for position. He is in the 10th spot. Just behind him on the track is Paul Holt, who's running in the 6th position. Take a look at Tony Jansen here running in 7th. Kind of got a clear track for him. Lorenzo Capellini still leading the field. Pretty solid effort right now for him. 42 minutes left to go, so we got a lot of racing left inside here ahead of us. Good 8-second lead almost for Lorenzo Capellini. How about Michael Brooks right now running in the 2nd position? Have a pretty solid night here in these IndyCars. I know he has been testing a ton. It shows with this effort tonight. Giacomo Lapadula having a great night here in that DHL sponsor machine, running in the 3rd position. Rory Cameron holding on to that 4th spot. Paul Holt is 5th. Thomas Golab is in the 6th position, so there may have been a Thomas Golab may have had some more trouble. Take a look and see what happened to him. This is Thomas Golab trying to get around Roy Martin, and then he comes around, so Thomas Golab spinning that car. And then it looks like Paul Holt's going to get by. So we're going to go on board here with Paul Holt. Watch this. You see some blue smoke there, white smoke, as he gets by Thomas Golab now. Falling back there. And I think Paul Holt might end up having some trouble here. Getting some word that he might have come around. So we're watching this on replay. Take a look here and see why this is going into turn 1 and just overshoots that turn and then spins. Oh, and he made contact with the wall. Thomas Golab now going to get back around. Tony Jansen going to get around. Holland Maniac here. Remember, he had some issues. Now going to try to climb back. He gets around Paul Holt. And there's Thomas Golab on the track. So carnage, absolute carnage. These IndyCars are tough, man. I really think they're so sensitive to making sure that you have the car pointed straight before you get back in the gas, because there's so much torque in these cars and really not a lot of weight in the back end of these cars, so they can break loose very, very easily. Very light, a lot of power. Apex Modding says, what a save! It was a save. I know that was a little while ago, probably. Capolini leading the field, and this guy is just showing some muscle here, man. I'll tell you, these other guys have had some trouble. Capolini seems to, so far, keep that thing pointed in the right direction. No mistakes, but Capolini so far. Take a look at Fabio Zerbeto running in the 14th position. And he got caught up in some of that that carnage there at the beginning of the race. Trying to recover here, but hey, I'll tell you what, man, as much carnage as there was, you really got to think about, think of the positives here and realize, hey, I've got a 14th place car so far. I might be able to pick up a couple more positions, and I was just talking about him, and he comes around, so that car spins there a little bit. I think he made a little bit of contact with the wall, but now he's going to try to get this car pointed in the right direction and get back out. He's making some laps here, so Fabio having a little trouble. Holland Maniac again. Oh man! Oh, there was some contact there. Tony Jansen and David DePoli come get together. What happened to Tony Jansen here? Let's take a look. Tony Jansen just again spins that car coming off the turn, and then there's going to be some contact right there. David DePoli, a little kiss as he goes by. Tony Jansen getting that car pointed in the right direction and back out on the track, headed the right way. Lorenzo Fanato now up to the 11th position as David DePoli comes on pit lane. You see some of those guys on pit lane there. Tony Jansen on pit lane making service. There's Thomas Golab going by, Paul Holt going by. And then you see David DePoli on pit lane taking some service. Take a look at Michael Brooks here running in the second position, having a pretty good night. Giacomo Lapadula behind him. Now, I think look at Jordan Schwartz. He's running in the 13th position. David DePoli is running in the 12th spot after making pit stop. Going to way up through the grid here. Ernest Moros running in the 11th spot, but just looked like he overrun there a little bit on that turn, trying to keep that thing from spinning out. Three-way battle here. Thomas Golab in this mix. Ernest Moros, Tony Jansen. Golab there trying to get around. Now, Thomas Golab, he's running in the 8th position. Tony Jansen just ahead of him, running in 7th. So good battle here between the two of these guys. Hey, what's that? Is that Tony Jansen? Oh, look at that! Look at that! Look at that. Who cares if this guy was racing Thomas Golab? Hey, you can't pass him. You can't pass him. He's a TurnLeftTV guy. Look at that right there. Huh? That's what I'm talking about. Oh, Donnie Jansen, what are you doing? Donnie Jansen spins that car as Thomas Golab was behind, and man, I was just talking him up here, wasn't I? Now we got a new race leader here as Lorenzo Capellini is on pit lane, so he's making his pit stop. And Michael Brooks is now the race leader. Giacomo Lapadula is in second. Rory Martin is in third. Colin Madiak is fourth. Ricardo Morelli shown in the fifth position. Take a look at Giacomo here running in the second spot. So good solid night here for Giacomo Lapadula. Colin Madiak coming back down pit lane here, giving up the fourth position. As Ricardo Morelli will end up taking that fourth spot, I believe. This is Ricardo Morelli right now running in fifth. Jordan Schwartz there just in front of him is actually running in the 13th position as he gives Ricardo Morelli a lot of room, and that's just race sense right there that Jordan Schwartz has. He realizes that, of course, he's getting the blue flag, but he gets out of the way and lets these guys get around. So good job to Jordan Schwartz on some good race etiquette. Thomas Golab running in the sixth spot as he's trying to close back in on Ricardo Morelli. Again, Lorenzo Capellini on pit lane while Donnie Jansen getting around there on the inside. Now finishing up that pit stop back out on track, shown in the 8th position. Take a look at Paul Holt here running in 7th. That 81 car. So Capellini, after making pit stop here, now back out on track. Fresh tires. He just got to worry about working his way back up through lap traffic here, or back up through this traffic once he is able to catch up to those guys. And I think some of these guys are going to be coming down pit lane. I would suspect Michael Brooks is going to end up coming down pit lane here. Got about a half hour left, about 31 minutes left, so a fair amount of time. And I would suggest to you that he's probably going to have to come down pit lane and take some service on this machine. About Rory Martin here. Oh man! Oh, he hit some debris on the track right there. Did you see that? He hit some debris on the track. Rory Martin hits debris and comes around. Watch this. As he comes around the turn, he's going to hit some debris. I don't know what it is, but it's going to cause his car to jump right there. So there's something that was on the track that he made contact with, and I'm not sure what it is. Maybe something that would be sticking up out of the track that I can't see, but there was definitely some contact that he made, and he went straight in to the wall. And now he is back on pit lane to take some service. And we'll look at our Giacomo Lapadula, our second place car coming down pit lane. So that DHL sponsored machine now going to be taking service here with 30 minutes left to go. Colin Madiak, man, remember he's spun a few times and he's now in the second position, or excuse me, in third. That would suggest he's probably going to end up taking over second before it's over with. Lorenzo Capellini, remember he had made a pit stop earlier. He's still running in the 7th position and has really not been able to make a lot of headway here. He is a lap down, running in 7th. Remember, he was leading the race, came down pit lane, now trying to climb back to the top of the grid. He's got a half hour basically, or 29 minutes to do it. But he's shown a lot of muscle here. Paul Holt running in the 6th position. Look at that, David DiPoli running in 11th. He got caught up in that huge incident at the beginning of the race and has tried to play catch up here, but nonetheless running in 11th, so having a pretty good night. Considering all of the carnage that he was involved in. Look at Ernest Moroz running in the 10th spot. Fabio Zerbato is just ahead of him on the track. Now Fabio actually running in the 13th position on board here with Ernest running in 10th. It'll be a hard left-hander here. Turn right here can get away from it because you got a little bit of an elevation change, and back into that throttle, if you don't do it at the right time, the thing can come around on you. A little bit tighter right-hand turn here. Back to the left, and then letting Lorenzo Capellini go by. A little left and a little right here. Back down the front stretch. Capellini had gotten by Ernest Moroz. Now that wasn't for position, but he's got around the car there on the track. Fabio Zerbato running in the 13th position right now. Fabio 3 laps down. If you would have told me that I was 3 laps down running in 13th with a 21 car field, I'd said, okay, that's fine with me. You have a little issue there. And off the turn, the thing got a little squirrely on him. You look at Thomas Golab here, running in the 12th spot. He's trying to climb back after having a few issues. Well, the guy to beat right now, I think, is Michael Brooks. So he has risen to the top of the grid here. Has a 3-second lead, about 3.5-second lead over Giacomo Lapadula. Michael Brooks getting around Ernest Moroz. like Michael Brooks is allotted to take the visor option. Take a look at Colin Madiak. He's running in third. You got to like that, I think. You gotta like your position considering all the carnage that has happened tonight. Look at Lorenzo Capellini. Close in on Fabio Zerbato, not for position. Oh, Lorenzo comes around. Oh, Lorenzo Capellini comes around. That's turn one. We've seen a lot of guys have trouble there in turn one. Now back out on track, but he spun that car. Again, hard into the turn, and then this thing's just going to break loose on him as he gets into the gas a little bit too early, and it causes the back end to sort of squirt around there on him, and he makes hard contact with that wall. And he is on pit lane as Paul Holt now picks up that spot, moves up to the 6th position. Capellini, after all that work to get back, he ends up giving that back away, giving that up. And a tough break there for him. Tony Jansen here running in the 8th position. And he's trying to salvage a good night here. He's had some minutes, a few incidents here. A lot of these guys, I think, have had some challenges. Just a matter of who gets over the hump here. Who has the fewest trials and tribulations? Who is going to be able to recover the best from the challenges, the carnage? David DePoli here continuing to move up the grid. He's now in the 10th position. Ricardo Morelli just behind him. Now Ricardo Morelli is actually shown in 4th. So we'll kind of see how that plays out. David DePoli, is he going to give Ricardo Morelli a lot of room? Ricardo Morelli does get by there with not too much trouble. So, again, good race sense right there from David DePoli and letting Ricardo Morelli go. Take a look at Paul Holt here running in the 6th position. Had an eventful night, that's for sure. Who hasn't had an eventful night here at this track in the IndyCars? Giacomo Lapadula running in the 2nd position. Very, very quiet 2nd, I think, at DHL sponsor machine. Colin Madiak, how about this, man? Our pole sitter here now. Boy, he really had some trouble there a couple times. He spun and damaged his car, but he is now in the 3rd position. got to be feeling pretty good about where he's at right now, knowing how much trouble he's had and been able to get this car back in the third position. Now, part of that is, some other guys have had some issues tonight, so he's been able to, rise above, so to speak. Been able to take advantage of that, some of the issues that some of these other guys have had. So right now, looking pretty good for him. Ricardo Morelli here running in the fourth position. Rory Martin running in fifth. Michael Brooks here starting to run up on some lap traffic on board here with Michael Brooks, our race leader. Tony Jansen just ahead. Now Tony Jansen in eighth. Michael Brooks keeping the sun out of his eyes. Working that wheel. He now makes that pass. So not too much trouble there for Michael Brooks, getting by some lap traffic. Take a look at Ricardo Morelli, again running in the fourth position. Thomas Golab there coming by as well. Thomas has had some issues here tonight. He is running in the 12th position. In that blue car. Oh, looks like, is that Fabio Zerbeto, I think? No, David DePoli here coming around. Sorry about that. Some of these cars, I think, look the same. See Ernest Moros there as well. So David DePoli having some issues. That is tightened up that battle. This is the 10th place car, David DePoli, and just behind him is Ernest Moros running in the 11th position. Both those guys 2 laps down. Pretty tight on the track right now. David DePoli trying to hang on to that spot. Lorenzo Finetto here running in the 9th position. 27 car, looking pretty good. Colin Mediak here. Giacomo Lapadula coming down pit lane as Colin Mediak there gets by. So Lapadula is on pit lane in that DHL sponsored machine, and there's a reason why he does not have a front wing. So something has happened to him. We'll take a look and see what happened to Giacomo Lapadula. He was running in the oh man, he got into Tony Jansen there. Tony Jansen must have spun. We'll see what happened to Tony Jansen there. There was the issue. Tony Jansen spun, and then Lapadula didn't have anywhere to go. On board here with Giacomo Lapadula. So Tony Jansen comes back across the track right there, and he just barely catches him. He ends up spinning. Tony Jansen here, this is where he came around and then just gets clipped. Take a look at here. This is Tony Jansen just a little bit earlier. We'll see what happened to him. I think he's just going to end up getting in the gas a little bit too much before the car straightened out. But no, it looks like it's okay there. There you go, coming off the turn, a little bit cattywampus, and Lapadula makes contact. What a tough break there. Michael Brooks got to like the position he's in right now. I think not too many problems for him. Knock on wood. It's a pretty solid night here for our damn sick replays. That's right. How about this? Colin Madiak up to the second position. I mean, that is just flat out gangster right there. All the trouble he's had earlier tonight, and now has that car in second with 14 minutes left to go. Michael Brooks solidly in the lead there with about a 9.5 second lead over our second place car. Ricardo Morelli running in the third position. Rory Cameron running in the fourth spot. Rory Cameron had picked up that spot as Giacomo Lapadula came on pit lane. Lapadula's off pit lane now. He's back out on track. He's shown in the fifth position. But he is one lap down. He is the first car one lap down. Michael Brooks there, pretty clear track for him. Now, listen, that time's diminishing though, because Colin Madiak is on his way back. So Michael Brooks, the race leader, but the time is now down to about 7.5 seconds. So we may be having a battle for the race lead here before it's over with. Morelli here now up to the third position. These guys sort of strung out here quite a bit on the track. Good separation now between these folks. Jansen here. Whoa, man, that was a huge hiccup right there for him. Man, how did he hang on to that thing? On board here with this. Watch this. He's going to be working this wheel. He is going to be flat out working that wheel there. He gets into the wall just a little bit. But he was flat out working that thing. Hit my mouse button. There you go. So way to hang on for him. This is Lorenzo Capellini. He gets a little bit wide there. Oh, he avoids the wall. What a heads-up move there. What a great move. Take a look at this again. On board here with him. Watch this. He's going to mow some grass, I think. Mow a little bit of grass. Back out on track. Back up here with our race leader. And I tell you, man, Colin has had some issues, whether he's come down pit lane or I'm not sure what the deal is, but he's had some issues, and he is now 32 seconds back. So something has happened there. Maybe he warped, I'm not sure, but I don't get any information on my screen of what's happened to him. So he was closing in. He was about 7 seconds behind, and now he's back. About 30 seconds, so I'm not sure what's happened to him. On board here with Colin Madiak. He is wanting to get around here, try to close back in on this race leader. I tell you what, these cars are a lot of fun, man. I mean, they can get away from you in a hurry, but they are a lot of fun. Ernest Morose, he gets off the track there just a little bit, and oh, he spins. He spins. No contact here so far. Oh, he's trying to get that car straightened back up, and Michael Brooks, the race leader, does a great job of avoiding that. Again, we'll go on board here. Watch this. He just he's trying to hang on, and then the thing comes around on him. And Michael Brooks going to do a good job here of getting by and missing that carnage. Go on board here with Michael Brooks. He's going to come around here and see Morose getting back out on track. But able to miss it, which is good news for him because he's got a great solid effort going on. Our race leader. He has cut back into that time, but he is running out of time. Ricardo Morelli shown in the third position. Rory Cameron Martin running in the fourth spot. Oh no, Michael Brooks come around. Our race leader is spun. What is he trying to get on pit lane? I'm not sure, but he spun onto pit lane. So our race leader, Michael Brooks, has spun that car. Here with 8 minutes left to go, he has got a pretty comfortable lead, but now, what has he done to those tires? That's the question. How are those tires going to behave now that he is spun? So Michael Brooks, the race leader, spun onto pit lane. The other thing is, did you end up speeding on pit lane? If you did, he's going to have to do a drive-through, I believe. So Michael Brooks, the race leader, spinning that car. We'll take a look at this again. Watch this. He comes off the final turn and then just catches on him. Oh man! Oh, he does make a little contact with the wall. So a little bit of contact. That thing just snapped on him. It just snapped. Right there, he gets a little bit on the curb and it just snaps on him. And he's smacking the wall. Lorenzo Finetto, he's having some issues too, I believe. He comes around, so Lorenzo Finetto gets that car a little cattywampus. So Michael Brooks here trying to recover now and get this thing maybe back onto pit lane. This thing is, oh no, the back end comes around on him again. There's another problem for the race leader, Michael Brooks. Michael Brooks has some more trouble here late in this race. Spun that car around. Oh my heavens. So Michael Brooks having some trouble here, and I bet you those tires are just done for him. And look who he has all over him now. Colin Mania, the pole sitter, climbing up onto the back of the race leader, Michael Brooks. So that whole thing is tightened up in a hurry. You see how situations change so quickly. Michael Brooks spun the car on the pit lane, got a little bit of damage, spun again. Now Colin Madiak is back in the game. We got a battle for the race lead on board here with Colin Madiak as he is trying to find a way to get around Michael Brooks, and he does. So we got a pass for the race lead. Colin Madiak back to the race lead. Michael Brooks back to second. Ricardo Morelli shown in third. So big change right there. Again, we'll take a look at this pass as setting him up in the turn. Going to the outside. A little bit of muscle on the outside. How about that? Showing a little muscle on that outside line. going into that turn. Colin Madiak to the race lead. Michael Brooks back to second. Fabio Zerbato. He's had a tough night here. Oh, a little bit too hard on the brakes, and that thing kind of comes around on him. Doesn't go all the way around. That's good news for him. Nonetheless, he's running in the 13th position. So our race leader now, Colin Madiak. This guy has been laser focused on these IndyCars. A lot of practice for him as well. So I was talking to him a little bit earlier this week, and he was talking about how much he loved IndyCars. A lot of room there by Ernest Moros as he lets Colin Madiak through. And again, good race sense right there from Ernest. Realizes the race leader there, so let him go. Colin Madiak back to the lead. Michael Brooks is in second. Ricardo Morelli third. Rory Cameron Martin is in fourth. Giacomo Lapadula is fifth. Tony Jansen. Oh, Tony Jansen coming around. Oh my gosh, that is hard contact. Tony Jansen, hard lick into the wall. Parts and pieces flying everywhere. Tony Jansen, that 39 car, hard lick. Lorenzo Capellini, I think, came around right there too. We're going on board here with Lorenzo Capellini. It's Tony Jansen leaving parts and pieces. Capellini hits a piece of car right there. I think he hits some debris, and it causes that car to come around. Lorenzo Capellini hits some debris. Watch this. It's going to hit some debris right here, and it's going to cause this car to come around. You see the bottom or the top of that car flop up there, or the wheel, left front wheel jumped up off the ground, and he's made contact with the wall. So Tony Jansen smacked the wall. Man, he hit hard too. My heavens, man, did he hit hard. Get out of contact right there. And pieces everywhere. And as he's getting that thing straightened back out, Lorenzo Capellini comes around. Colin Madiak right now is in control here with 2 minutes left to go. Clear sailing for him right now, it looks like. And he has capitalized on the troubles that Michael Brooks had here late in the race. Spun that car several times, and Colin Madiak has been able to repair his car, get his car back out on track, continue to plug away, and now found himself back to the race lead. More debris on the track there as you see those guys going by. Got Buckeyes all over that car. He said he's from Ohio. Big race fan. Not too far away from me. He's going to have one more lap in him, if I'm not mistaken. It does look like he's going to have to do one more lap. Michael Brooks shown in the second position. Thomas Golab here, he's had some trouble here late in this race. Gets that car off track and then loses grip and spins the car. So Thomas Golab shown in 12th. So one more lap for Colin Maniac. Can he hang on? And this has been a very eventful race, that's for sure. Colin Maniac here, just a few turns to go, and he is going to wrap up a win here in the first race of this IndyCar season. A little bit of lap traffic in front. I don't think he's too concerned about that right now, but they're going to give him a lot of room. Final turn for Colin Maniac, and he is going to get a big race win here at the Glen. So Colin Maniac finishing in P1. Our pole sitter had some challenges tonight, but able to come away with that victory. And it looks like Michael Brooks will end up finishing in second. Ricardo Morelli going to end up with P3. So Colin Maniac getting the big race win. How about that? A little burnout for him. Ricardo Morelli third. Rory Cameron Martin finishes in the fifth position. So Colin Maniac finishes in first. What a great run for him. That was a challenging race right there, I will have to admit, man. That was a crazy one. A lot of carnage throughout that race. Rory Cameron finishes in the Cameron Martin finishes in the fourth position. Giacomo Lapadula, top five finish for him. Paul Holt finishes in sixth. Lorenzo Capellini seventh. Lorenzo Finetto finishes in eighth. David DePoli ninth. And rounding out the top 10 is Ernest Morose. So good battles, but also really a matter of survival tonight for that one. We'll see if we can't get a few folks in the Discord channel. I would imagine it's going to be somewhat of a spirited conversation, to say the least. Dialectic Brown saying, good job. I'd like the replays. Sick replays. Great stuff. Thanks so much. Cliff Wellingham. How about that? Coming in. Bonneman coming in here as well. So I would suggest we're probably going to have a little conversation in the chat session in Discord here, so we'll see how it works out. Get those guys ready. Have them break out the brewskis. Okay. Congratulations, Colin, on a great race for you. After a pretty messy beginning there, you were able to recover, so congratulations, man.
Thank you. I'm shaking right now. I can't believe.
Well, I mean, your heart had to sink there when you had the trouble. It's just one of those things where these cars just seem to snap around on you when you least expect it, but you were able to come back, because a lot of folks, I think, had trouble throughout the night, and I was saying all along that it's a matter of just who's able to recover.
Yeah, I honestly, going through was it turn 7? Or turn 8, I had no idea how. I must have touched the curb with the rear left, but as soon as I touched the accelerator, the back end was gone. I just got beached on the grass and the pavement. I couldn't get back on the track for a second.
It'll look like on your march to get back to the race lead, guys that were a lap down were pretty cognizant of those cars coming up behind them that were on the lead lap, and really gave you guys a lot of room.
Yeah, I'm really appreciative of that, because during the test race at Interlagos, I had a problem with that, where a lap car didn't get out of the way till it was too late, and ultimately got me wedged. And I'm very appreciative of the guys who actually got out of the way. It's very.
Well, Michael, I have a feeling you're not going to be too pleased with the night here after leading all those laps there at the end and having a little bit of trouble there. Talk a little bit about your race tonight.
I'm not really angry. I'm just in pain. Like those last few laps, my tires were so bummed. Like I'd flat spotted them so bad, my hands are destroyed from going down that back straight. It's like shaking so much. But the actual race itself was pretty good. Like, if you told me before this race started I'll be second, I would have bitten your hand off. But the start of it, like the very first corner, I think there was a pilot behind me that had a similar result. Like, as we accelerated away, I nearly lost the back end straight away. I just about saved it. Then I kept my nose clean for most of the race, and I think by the time everyone I'd done my pit stop, and had a comfortable lead, and I was checking a sector stat, and I touched the grass in the final corner, and I sailed straight into that barrier. But I was able to keep going pretty consistently, but the back end was constantly wanting to kill me. Then that's what happened in that final corner when Colin caught up to me. The back end just sort of went out on me on the final corner. I ended up going backwards into the pits. Luckily, I didn't get penalised for it, because I was able to regain the track, go back on track, but I had no grip. My tyres were gone. Like, Colin just sailed around the outside because I had no grip left. And I was lucky to finish second, so I was disappointed I didn't win, but I'm happy with second.
Hell, I thought you were pitting the car, to be honest with you.
Oh. I went backwards about 50 miles an hour into there.
Well, yeah. It was basically just told me that you'd pitted, so I looked over and I saw you were on pit lane facing the wrong direction, and I thought, oh, that's not right, so I had to back it up and see what happened to you.
Yeah. I knew I wouldn't be able to hold Colin back, because I think he was gaining on me anyway, but because I was such a lead at the time, it wasn't bothering me. But after that, I had no grip left. Like, Colin sailed around the outside of me, so fair play to Colin. Well done, mate.
Yeah, Rory Martin, you had a pretty decent finish there, given some of the challenges that you had during the race and some good battles, but battled back for a great fourth-place finish. Talk about your race a little bit.
I had a feeling before the race started that it was going to be, in a sense, a battle of attrition. So I just tried to stay consistent, stay out of trouble. Really scary moment. I think in the last corner I clipped a bit of debris and it sent me into the wall.
Yeah.
Thankfully I was next to the pits and I didn't lose too much time. But it was a hectic race and many cars behind me spinning in Sector 1 in my dirty air. So it was just hectic, but I'm pretty sure it was a really fun race for all the spectators.
Yeah, it looked like you weren't the only car that had gotten caught up with hitting some debris on the track. There's a lot of parts and pieces that fly off these cars, and I've seen several guys, three or four guys. I think I looked at the replays, and they had hit debris and caused their car to come out from under them. Lorenzo Fanetto, you had a 8th place finish here tonight. You want to talk a little bit about your race as well?
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Well, my race was quite because I got caught in the initial mess in the long straight. There was a big carnage, so I had to pit immediately to repair all the damages, and then I went out and I kept my pace, which is not as fast as the others, but due to a lot of retirements, then I managed to arrive 8th. So I'm happy with that. Yeah.
All right, Thomas. Word to you, buddy. Wow, you had a little bit of everything tonight here, Thomas.
It's too much to talk even. To be honest, that evening didn't start the best for me. The practice before quali was a mess. I was struggling to do one clean lap. Then in quali, I screwed up. I was fast, but I made some mistakes. Then in race, to be honest, I didn't have great feeling about the car. The car was just moving on track in a way that I couldn't expect. My grip was very low. I made probably 20 mistakes in the whole race. I think it was my worst race maybe in a year or so. So definitely I'm not happy, but I decided to finish the race to gain some points because it can be precious in the championship. And I hope to get big points in next race. I hope.
Well, Thomas, one thing I would say about you is when I've watched you race and also raced with you, it doesn't matter what track you're on, you always have that dialed up to 11. There is no 5 for you. There's no 6 for you. You're always at 11.
11?
Yeah.
It basically means you go hammer and tongs the whole way around.
Hammer and tongs. That's right.
Oh, okay, yes.
That's my Spinal Tap reference. Have you ever seen the movie This is Spinal Tap?
I can't believe you don't know what going up to 11 means, Thomas.
Oh man, that's an old movie reference. But yeah, hey, the volume goes to 10, but yours goes to 11. That's probably the best way to put it.
Yeah, I understand. I can't agree because to be honest, me and Colin had similar pace in practice in quali, so the driving for win was obvious choice. If I can't win, to be honest, it's not what I'm interested in. So maybe yes, it's good description. But anyway, this, as I said, it was my worst race in the year, so I will not talk much about it.
Well, next race is Michigan. So, Colin, how you feeling about that? Maybe 2 in a row for you?
I don't know about 2 in a row, but I do have a special livery cooking up for that race. Well, something anybody from Michigan would hate.
Oh no, not a Buckeyes. Not another Buckeyes theme.
What's the Buckeyes?
Ohio State Buckeyes. It's a college.
Team in America.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
There is a mutual hatred between Michigan University and Ohio State University. I get that. Well, what do you guys think about Michigan coming up? I know those of you who have been on it, I know there's been a lot of testing on some of these ovals. Was Michigan one of those that you guys were able to get on here and test?
To be honest, I can't wait for oval racing. We introduced something like oval license also, so we hope that the racing will be clean and fair for everyone. I think that Michigan is the easiest track, easiest oval track in our calendar. So I hope it will be a good race for us, and I hope I will get more points than in this race.
Personally, I can't. We've done so much testing. I can't remember the last time I drove Michigan. It feels like so long ago. But I know apparently I'm pretty handy on oval track, so I'm hoping for a decent finish there. But As long as I don't bottle it like I did tonight, I should be okay.
The one more thing I can say about Watkins Glen is it surprised me that it was harder to drive here than on Interlagos. I don't know if you guys will agree with me, but I think it was much harder.
Definitely not.
No.
You are so wrong, Thomas. It's not even funny.
The amount of times the wheel got kicked out of my hand from the curbs is unreal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if we look at race result, many drivers crashed here compared to Interlagos.
It's because it's much tighter here at Watkins Glen, so there's less room and it's higher speed corners rather than a tight corner.
Yeah. Like Interlagos, if you mess up, you spin and you go into like a 5-acre field. Here you end up in the wall.
Which I did 4 times.
Was it only 4?
4 times in wall, 2 times or 3 times without wall.
Well, Thomas, I just noticed that you were 4 laps down by the end of it, mate. Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Tom, I thought you were gonna, like when I lapped you on the last lap, I thought you were just gonna turn into me and just wreck my race. I thought it was gonna happen.
I was thinking about it. We were talking with Michael that I can make that move.
How do you like to be the Barrichello to my Schumacher?
Well, hey,
Teamwork.
congratulations, Colin. A great race to you, and good luck to you at Michigan. Good luck to you guys at Michigan as well, and the rest of the season. And thanks for coming in here and giving us an interview.
Thanks, Heath. I look forward to
Thank
watching
you.
the race. See you guys in Michigan, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. See you guys. Thank you.
All right. That's the crew joining us up here in the voice channel to have a little post-race chat. I'm getting some folks there talking a little bit about in the chat session there in the stream as well. So a very eventful race. I don't know if I was supposed to show that one chat message. I don't speak Italian, so hopefully Lorenzo Capolini, you're being a good guy there, buddy. Well, don't forget, coming up tomorrow night, we have Bristol Motor Speedway in the Ironman Racing Series. It's race number 5 in that second season of 2020. It's 157 laps from that high-banked concrete oval. Some short track action coming your way in the Ironman Racing Series. Should be a great one. Always is in that series. And you're probably going to see somewhere around 20, 25 drivers in this race on this short track. So there's going to be a lot of us side-by-side racing, maybe even some paint swapping going on at Bristol. Don't want to miss it. That's 9 p.m. Eastern Time right here on TurnLeftTV, live tomorrow night. Well, I want to thank you so much for coming in and joining me here on the YouTube channel, and I want to say peace to everybody. We had a little bit of a technical issue. It looks like one of my second computer that connects normally for some reason wouldn't connect to the server, so yeah, it is what it is, right? That's the internet. We'll blame it on COVID-19. But thanks so much for coming in. Appreciate you being here. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, it's over there. Just hit a little bit of a love tap on this, and you can also share my videos with all your friends on any social media platform where you can share YouTube videos. Anywhere you can share YouTube videos. Share my link. I encourage you to do so. If you haven't done so and you want to make a donation, you can do so right up in the link. By clicking on the link in the banner of this channel and making a donation, make a donation straight through PayPal. It's very, very easy. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Let me know how things are going here. And then also down in the description of this race, I encourage you to click on that Fanatec link there and go to their website, check them out. And if you're interested in purchasing some racing equipment, maybe a race wheel, I've got the DD1 wheel, absolute wheelbase, the GT2 wheel rim. Got the V3 inverted pedals. That's what started it all off for me. I bought those pedals and I was like, I cannot believe how great these are. I decided to dive in to the direct drive, cross over to the dark side with the direct drive. So I enjoy it, man. It's really made my my racing a heck of a lot of fun. And if you'd like to make a purchase or you're interested in getting some stuff there, please follow that link. that's in the description. It says help me out down in the description of this race, so greatly appreciate that. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight. Thanks so much to Colin. Congratulations to him on a great race. And we'll see who is able to come out on top at Michigan next week. In the meantime, that's it for me. I'm out of here.